it's alright, we're one of a kind, won't leave you behind. And all through the night, when we're running blind, I got love on my mind.
Ladies, I wasn't prepared for menopause. I didn't think it would come as fast as it did. Looking back, I completely missed all the telltale signs from my 40s, or maybe my head was just buried in the sand. At first, I white-knuckled it, thinking, I'll just push through it, I'm tough. I mean, how bad can this really be? But within a year, I hit my breaking point. I wasn't just having hot flashes, I was experiencing volcanic eruptions every 20 minutes, and it was debilitating. Going to the gym, something I loved, became a nightmare. The thought of putting on my workout leggings would send me into a nervous sweat before I even stepped out the door. And I stopped my exercise and social routines altogether. So ladies, when I say I get it, I really do get it. The desperation for a quick fix, I finally caved in when I went to my doctor, a man. I hope he'd have a quick solution or something that'll make it all stop. But he referred me to a gynecologist, and the moment I walked into her office, she immediately pushed HRT. Now let me be clear, I'm not against HRT, but for me, it was never an option. I don't even take Panadol when I have a headache. The thought of relying on medication to fix menopause didn't sit right with me. But here's my mistake. I wasn't looking for a long-term solution at that moment. I was desperate. I just wanted instant relief from the nightmare I was living. I had tried the natural route. I spent initially $600 and then $400 every 2 months on 20 pills a day, waiting 6 to 9 months to feel a difference. Spoiler alert, it wasn't sustainable. My breakthrough moment was thanks to my husband, because one of those funny twists of life was my husband who unknowingly dropped a truth bomb that changed everything. He said, you help other people with their physical and emotional issues all the time. Why aren't you using that to reprogram your menopause symptoms? Genius, but don't tell him I said that. That was the moment I realized how silly I had been, wasting all this time searching for a quick fix when I already had the tools to create lasting relief. Reprogramming my mind and body for menopause relief, I turned inward instead of looking for the external solutions that were costing me monthly subscriptions. I started working with my own subconscious mind. I had a conversation with my inner cheerleader, my inner goddess, if anybody wants to call her that, and I went to work. And here's what I learned. One hypnosis session wasn't enough. One mindset shift wasn't enough. One meditation wasn't enough. Menopause is layered, and the solution had to be two. Over 6 months, I built what would become the Menopause Mastery System, a layered approach that builds from one hypnosis session to the next, training the subconscious mind to work for you and not against you. I realized that if people can condition their minds to feel sick before a chemotherapy, as Joe Dispenza talks about quite often, then why couldn't we use the same subconscious superpower to reprogram menopause symptoms? It's funny how men came up with their solutions, hey? I know there are women out there feeling trapped, thinking they have 2 choices, well, technically 3 choices. Take HRT even if you don't want to. Spend a monthly fortune on natural remedies and medications if you have the funds, because once you start, ladies, you cannot stop, otherwise your symptoms come raging back. Or 3, suffer through it and hope it passes quickly, but we know that ain't happening soon. It takes 7 to 10 years. But there is a 4th option, one that is natural, non-invasive, and proven. Hypnotherapy, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, cognitive behavioral therapy, visualization. These aren't just nice ideas. They work because they tap into the most powerful part of you, your mind. I was the head in the sand woman who thought menopause would just pass, that I could white knuckle it, that it would somehow get better on its own, and it didn't. I didn't take care of myself the way I should have, and I paid the price. If I had used my own hypnotherapy skills, I could have saved myself over 2 years of suffering. And I know so many women out there are doing exactly the same that I was doing, hoping it will just go away. That's why I created Menopause Mastery, to help women take control now before they lose years to struggle like I did. If you're struggling, if you feel like nothing is working, if you just want to feel like yourself again, there is another way, and I'm here to show you how. Ladies, you and I both know that no one else is going to fix this for you. You've been carrying the weight of these symptoms. Now it's time for change. You've got the power to make that shift today, not tomorrow, today. So take control, click below, and let's start the transformation.